They did a rape kit on me, but I didn't even care. My name is Jane, I'm 17, and just a few days ago I woke up in a hospital stretcher, covered in injuries I couldn't explain. I've been prostituting myself since I was 15, sleeping with married men for drugs. But the scariest part isn't the things I've done, it's the fact that I barely feel a thing about any of it.
My mom thinks she's saving me. She moved us to a new house in a better area. Everything is clean and quiet. She says it's a second chance, but it just feels like a prison with nicer walls. I'm just watching myself, a girl in a movie going through the motions. I don't know how to be a kid. The silence here is worse than the noise back then. It makes me feel like I'm a ghost haunting her home. I still keep the hoodie I always wore in my closet. It's the only real thing left. I think I've just forgotten how to feel anything. My closet is full of new clothes, but I never wear them. They're not me. Tonight I pulled out my old, worn-out hoodie. It's the one I've had forever. It's like my uniform. My mom thinks I'm asleep in my bed, dreaming of a better life, but I'm not. I'm already out the window. I feel the cold hair on my face as I walk. I'm on my way to see him, my dealer. He's the only person who sees me for what I really am. I don't have to pretend with him. The thought makes me feel a little less like a ghost. He opens the door and the smell of stale cigarettes hits me. It's so familiar. He's 30, but he looks older. He doesn't say much. He doesn't ask how my day was or how my new school is. I like that. He just wants what he wants, and I'm fine with that. I don't want him to know me. His touch is cold. It's not about feeling anything. It's a trade. He gets what he wants, and I get what I want. It keeps me from having to feel anything at all. It's a relief. It's all just a transaction. Somehow I ended up at a party. It's just another performance. A guy handed me a drink. I took a sip. I always like the feeling of sneaking out, of doing something I wasn't supposed to. But the alcohol itself, it just tasted bitter. It was the same as everything else. There's no fun in it. I'm just going through the motions, chasing a feeling that isn't there. Nothing gives me pleasure. It's all just empty. The music is loud, but all I hear is the silence from my new house. The guy was talking to me, but his voice was a low buzz. I remember that much. Then it just went blank, like someone turned off a TV. The next thing I knew, I was on a stretcher. Everything was a blur of blue and white. My body felt like it didn't belong to me, like a broken doll. I was covered in injuries I had no memory of. I could smell the metallic smell of the hospital and the sharp, clean scent of the sheets. I tried to get up, but couldn't. I just lay there, staring at the ceiling. A nurse came over to me. She was talking in a soft voice, asking me questions. She said they needed to do a rape kit. I just nodded. It felt like she was talking to someone else in the room, not me. I didn't feel anything. No anger, no fear. Just a hollow feeling. I watched her get the stuff ready. It was all surreal. Like I was watching a movie. They did the kit on me, and I just felt nothing. Just the same empty feeling I have all the time. That was the moment it really hit me. The messed up part wasn't what happened to me. It was that I didn't care. The nurse left, and I was just there, alone with my thoughts. I should have been angry. I should have been scared. But I was just empty. It really sucks that I'm so numb to it all. My numbness used to feel like a shield. Now it just feels like a wall, a prison. I'm horrified that I'm not horrified. I hate that I don't know how to feel. My mind went to all the guys I've been with, the married ones, the ones with kids.
I've done so many shameful things, things that are hard to live with. It's like a movie reel playing in my head. I know if a man ever truly knew me, he wouldn't love me. He would just see all the bad things I've done. I'm sure of it. The thought doesn't hurt. There's no pain. Just this same empty feeling. It's a dull, certain emptiness. I don't think I can ever be loved. When I think back on everything, the really bad stuff, it's just nothing. I remember being passed around while I was unconscious. I remember being forced. It used to feel like I was a broken thing, but now it's just a memory, like looking at a picture. It doesn't hurt. The trauma is so deep that it's just part of the background now. It's like a song you've heard too many times. It's just there. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I finally got back to the house. I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I see a young girl looking back, but I don't know who she is. She looks like a stranger. I feel like an empty thing, a shell of a person. I'm so young, but I've lived a lifetime of things I can't undo. I don't know if I'll ever be normal. The emptiness is so big now, it feels like it's taking over everything. I'm just a ghost in my own body.
Dinner felt so strange. My mom sat across from me and she asked how my day was. I lied. It was so easy to do. She looked at me and I know she thinks she sees her daughter, but she doesn't. She sees a stranger. The girl she wants me to be isn't here. She's gone. I'm just sitting here, a ghost at my own table, watching this life I'm supposed to be living. I can't talk to her. The silence in this house is too loud. It's like it's a part of me now. Later that night, my phone buzzed. It was a text from him. Just 2 words. "You up?" My heart didn't race. There was no excitement, no fear. It's not that I wanted to go, it's just a habit, a pull. It's so much easier to go back to what I know, to the stale cigarette smoke and the cold touch. It's an easy escape from the pressure of trying to be a normal kid. I looked at the text. The silence in this house felt too loud. The old life felt so simple. I found myself sneaking out again. It's like I'm a machine, just repeating the same steps. I went out the window and the night air was cold, but I couldn't feel it. I feel like shit, but it's not a new feeling. It's like a dull ache that's always there. I'm just so tired. I don't know how I'll ever get better. My mind went back to the hospital, the stretcher, and the smell of metal. I'm stuck in this. I'm stuck in this life. Sometimes I just want to feel something, anything at all. A real feeling, not just this empty ache. I thought about talking to my mom, just telling her everything, but I can't. I look at her and she sees a girl who's trying. I see myself, a person who's just faking it. The space between what she thinks I am and who I really am feels so big. I don't want to hurt her, but I can't be what she wants. I just can't. I tried to think back. Was there ever a time when I was normal? I can't really remember. I think about my brothers and sisters and the house with my mom and dad. We didn't have rules. We just did whatever we wanted. It felt like freedom then. Now it feels like it was just the beginning. It was just a blur, a warm-up for this. Not having rules led to a life with no boundaries. It led to this. I wonder if I can ever go back.
I've thought a lot about my dad, an alcoholic, and my mom, who just wasn't there. I'm not angry at them. I'm not bitter. It's just a quiet fact of my life. This is where it all started. I never had any rules to follow, so I just did whatever I wanted. This is the end result. The life I have now, all the shame and the emptiness, it makes sense. It's the only way it could have gone. I don't blame them, but I know it's because of them that I don't know how to feel. I've been thinking about my friends, the ones I used to have. I lost them a long time ago. They just stopped wanting to be around me. It wasn't because I was mean. It was because I was just hard. I didn't know how to handle my emotions. One minute I'd be okay, and the next I would just shut down. It was too much for them. They didn't know what to do with me, so they left. I guess I was already an island, long before I was all alone. I remember when I was 15, I started drinking. Then came the pills, the coke, the meth. I used all of it. People think you do drugs to get high, to feel good, but for me, it was never about that. It was about turning off the noise in my head. I didn't want to feel anything at all. It was a temporary key to shut off my brain. I didn't get high. I just got quiet. The drugs were never about pleasure. They were about stopping the thoughts. My mom's love feels like a heavy weight. She tries so hard to give me a better life. She thinks she can fix me. But all her trying just makes me feel worse. I feel like I'm a fake, taking something I don't deserve. I look at her and I see how much effort she's put in. It just shows me how much I failed, how little I can give back. All I do is lie to her. I can't be what she wants me to be. I don't know how. I keep thinking about all the men, so many of them. The married ones, the ones with kids. I just did it for the drugs. It wasn't about wanting to. It was just a trade, a transaction. Those are the shameful things, the ones that are hard to live with. Each time, it felt like a piece of me was just gone. I was just giving bits of myself away, and I just don't have anything left. There's nothing left for anyone. I met up with my dealer again. He handed me a bag. It was the end of another transaction. I looked at his face and then at the drugs. The moment felt so empty. This isn't a life. It's just a bunch of trades. He gives me the drugs and I give him my body. I hate it. It's just a routine. I wonder if I'll ever feel like a person again, or if this is all I'll ever be. I'm back in my bed. I'm lying here staring at the ceiling. I finally said the words to myself, the ones I've been running from. I'm a ghost, a machine, a person who has forgotten how to be human. It felt so real to say it, and for a second, I felt a sharp pang of pain. It was just a brief flash, but it was there. It was the first real feeling I've had in a long, long time, and it almost felt good. It felt like a small relief. It meant maybe I'm not completely gone. My mom asked if I wanted to watch a movie with her. I said yes. I sat on the couch, surrounded by the warmth from the light and the TV. She was trying so hard to make things normal. I was trying too. I watched the movie, but I was miles away. There was no pleasure in it for me. The joy on the screen was an illusion. It was like I was back in the silence of the hospital. I just felt nothing. It felt like I was faking it, trying to be a person I'm not. The TV screen was bright, but my mind went dark. I saw the image of the stretcher, the harsh hospital lights, the cold metal against my back. It felt so real. It's a new memory, but it fits perfectly with all the others. The moments of being violated, the moments I've gotten so used to. It's just another Tuesday. It doesn't even shock me anymore. I'm so used to things like this happening that they don't even feel like a big deal. It's just a part of my life now. I don't know what my future is. I can't even imagine it. Will I ever feel again? Will all the bad stuff that's happened ever hurt enough to make me change? I don't think so. I feel so young, but I'm so tired. The thought that I might never be normal weighs on me. I'm trapped. I know I built this cage. I just don't know how to get out. All I have is the feeling of that one tear. It was real. I just need more. I walked back to the bathroom and looked in the mirror again. This time, the person looking back didn't feel like a total stranger. I'm starting to see the wounds, the dark circles under my eyes. They aren't empty anymore. They just look tired, hollowed out by a lifetime of things they've seen. The ghost in the mirror is starting to become a person again, and it's terrifying to feel anything again, to feel it all. But I still have that one tear. It reminds me I'm still there somewhere. My phone buzzed again. His name showed up on the screen. The impulse to go was there, just like always. But this time, I felt something else. A small hesitation. It wasn't a strong feeling, but it was there. It was like a little shake inside me. A tiny bit of resistance. Just a little tremor. I didn't want to go back to the stale cigarettes and the emptiness. I don't want to be a ghost anymore. I looked at my phone and then at the mirror. I just waited. I looked at my phone. The screen went dark. He didn't text again. I just stood there. The silence was so loud, it was deafening. I didn't answer. I'm not sure if that was me being brave or just being tired. The choice to not go, to not self-destruct, felt so strange. It was as hard as the choice to live. I just stood there in the quiet. I held on to the one memory that felt real. A single tear running down my cheek. I think I'm holding on to it so I don't go back to being a ghost. I thought about my mom. I saw her face in my mind, etched with so much worry. She tries so hard to help me, to give me a better life. She's given me everything, and I've given her so little. My heart, which has been so numb, felt a new, dull ache. It wasn't for me, but for her. It was a strange feeling. It was a new feeling. I haven't felt anything like it in a long time. It was unsettling. It's almost like a tiny little anchor keeping me from floating away. I went back to my room. I sat on my bed and just thought about everything. All the bad things I've done. All the things that have been done to me. I thought about the emptiness. I just said the words out loud. I barely feel human at all. My voice cracked. The sound of myself saying the truth broke something inside me. A single tear rolled down my cheek. It wasn't sad. It was a tear of recognition. The first sign of life I've had in a long, long time. I just sat there and let it happen. I stood up and just walked out of my room. I didn't know where I was going. My feet just took me down the hall to the living room. My mom was there. I just stood in the doorway and looked at her. I wanted to say something, but the words were gone. The silence was there again, but it felt different this time. It wasn't the silence of my new house. It was my silence. I just stood there, a ghost trying to find my way home. I think I'm ready to try. She looked up and saw me. She didn't have to ask what was wrong. She could see it in my eyes. The tiredness, the pain. She just looked at me, and the silence was there between us. But it felt different. It was the most honest conversation we've ever had. My mom didn't say a word. She just looked at me. And in her eyes, I saw everything. The worry, the love, the fear. She saw me, the real me. It was terrifying and beautiful. I didn't want to turn away. She stood up and walked over to me. She didn't say a word. She just hugged me. I didn't pull away. For a second, I let myself feel the warmth of another person. It wasn't a fix for everything. But for a second, I didn't feel like a ghost. For the first time in a long time, I felt held. I held on to that feeling. The hug was an anchor. I realized I was tired of being a ghost. I just wanted to be held. It was all I needed to feel human again. My mom let go of me, but the warmth of her hug stayed. I know it didn't fix everything. I'm not happy, and I'm not cured. But something has changed. The numbness I felt for so long isn't a wall anymore. It's broken. It's just a small feeling, but it's there. I'm not a ghost anymore. This is just the first small step on a long and painful path. I finally have a connection to that one tear I cried. I think I can finally start to be a person again.